guys, so today I'm going to be doing a slightly different video today. I'm actually going to be recording two that sort of link with each other. I'm not sure which one will be up first, so it'll either be this one or the next one. So today's video is just going to be a little anxiety update, sort of an end of year sort of look back, see how I've progressed and how I'm dealing with it. And then the other video, which I think will probably come up after this, is going to be sort of how to help someone you know with their anxiety, what to say to them, if they come to you for the first time telling you they've got anxiety, like what to say to them. But I will be linking that down below when it gets uploaded as well. With both of these videos I will have corresponding blog posts, so it may be slightly better worded there, because I feel this might get a little bit rambly. But yeah, let's just jump right in. So I will link my original anxiety video and blog post down below as well, if you want to get that bit of backstory to what I've been dealing with and what my symptoms are and what sort of triggers it, that sort of thing. But yeah, like I said, this is just going to be sort of an update of where I am now with my anxiety and panic attacks. So in my last video I was talking about how I'd been put on some tablets by my doctor to help with my anxiety, and I said that that had been going really well. I think I got put on them sort of around the start of this year, and like I've previously mentioned, it was very much travel based anxiety and health based. I didn't like to get onto trains, especially planes, and sort of being out my comfort zone was very triggering, and so I was just at a very bad place with it. Medication has helped, like, amazingly. It's definitely something I would say to go to as a last resort. I wouldn't necessarily say go straight on to taking drugs for it, but if you were at the stage I was, it was definitely something I needed to do. So back in August, now this is going to get a little bit personal, but it's really helped in my progress with my anxiety. Back in August, I met my lovely boyfriend, and unfortunately he lives about 4 or 5 hours away from me. So we're in a long distance relationship, and that involves us travelling to each other sort of every weekend, every other weekend to see each other. So I have to take, and so does he, like 5-hour train journeys. Now before being with my boyfriend, that would have terrified me. Getting on a train for so long, going to a city I had never been before, where I essentially didn't know anyone except for my boyfriend, and doing it all on my own, that was terrifying. And the first time I got on that train to go and see him was definitely tricky. I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit tricky. I felt a bit anxious, but overall, like, I didn't have a panic attack. I downloaded a ton of films and stuff, and I was able to talk to him on the train, so that was like really reassuring. And yeah, so that was started about 4 months ago, and now I'm quite happy to get on a train and go up and see him. I'm not going to say all the time it's perfect. Sometimes I do get a little bit anxious about it, especially like I said, the first time I was up there, like it was very testing on my anxiety, just being, like I said, in a city I didn't know. We got a lot of public transport, and that was quite testing, but overall it made me feel really good about myself because I was able to do it. I survived it. I had my boyfriend there with me, who was an amazing support, and like throughout my anxiety over the past 4 months, he's just been amazing. It's just lovely to have that support behind me, and that's sort of inspiring me to do my next video on how you can help someone you know with anxiety, and what things you can say to them and help them with, that sort of thing. So I've been doing these train journeys for quite a few times now, and then back in early November, as you know, we went to Florida, and I thought that would be really the real tester to see how my anxiety was and how my panic attacks were. Previous to getting on the flight going out there, I did go back to see my doctor, and she upped one of my tablets, and this is a tablet I take just before like going on a flight, so it's not the one I take every day. It was just there for my peace of mind if I needed it, that it would be a little bit more effective, because I took it in previous... I'm not going to mention names because of the tablets, because it's all very personal and things don't work for everyone. But the tablet I was on and I'd taken in previous flights just didn't work, so she upped the tablet for me, again just as peace of mind for me, if I needed to take it at any point. So our flight ended up being delayed by 3 hours, so again that was a little bit testing. I definitely could feel the anxiety was there, but it was nowhere near as bad as it's ever been. I felt like the tablet I take every day really helped to suppress it and just calm me down. One thing my boyfriend actually did for me, which was really sweet, and I'll mention it again in the other video, was he did some voice recordings for me, just like to calm me down. It was really reassuring to hear his voice, so I could listen to it on the way up to the airport and like when we were on the plane. So that was like a real comfort thing, and it helped just to sort of calm me down if I was feeling a bit anxious. So on the flight going out there, luckily I was sat with my mum, so that was great, because it's always nice to have that reassuring person next to you. She knows what I've been through, so that was great. And it was literally one of the best flights I've been on in years. I was, for the most part, pretty calm. I didn't have a panic attack. This may be TMI, but I didn't throw up. It felt a very calm flight, even with the fact that we were delayed. It was quite incredible, really, because if you had said to me a couple of years back, you'll be able to get on a flight and not have a panic attack, I would have been like, you're crazy, I'm not flying again. I don't know whether it was the fact that of these tablets I've been taking every day, or because I'd been going to see my boyfriend and having to do a lot of travelling, that had helped me. And I think that probably was the key, because I knew I could do 4 or 5 hour journeys on my own on a train. So being on a 9-hour flight with my mum, I knew I'd be able to do it. Like I said, this is a bit rambly, so I haven't really got any notes for this, so I'm just sort of spewing these words out. Yeah, I didn't have to take the medication that my doctor upped for me. It was incredible. I took a colouring book and colour pencils, because that previously had helped on another flight. Didn't even use those. I literally watched some films and that was about it. When we were on holiday, my anxiety was good. We had to do a little bit of travelling to get from the airport to where we were staying, so again I thought that might up my anxiety, but it was fine. The flight back was fine. I had a little bit more anxiety going on the way back, but I just listened to those voice recordings that my boyfriend did for me and just went to sleep, and I was alright in the end, and we got home and everything was fine. Travelling has definitely been a lot better for me now. There's nothing that to say that it might turn bad again in the next year. I have been ill lately, so that has upped my anxiety a little bit, especially towards going to work. It's been nowhere near as bad as like a couple of years ago when I would have panic attacks. So on that note, going into 2016, I am very optimistic. I hope that I can progress with my anxiety. I'm not saying I'm completely cured or that some miracle has been performed, because I still feel anxious. I still get the tightness of the chest and feeling nauseous sometimes, but it's definitely calmed down a lot, and I think that has been a lot to do with being able to travel a lot to see my boyfriend. I think the fact that you're so mindset on seeing someone that you love that you forget about your anxiety in a way. And it really pushed those boundaries for me, but I really think it's all been for the best. So hopefully that was a quick little update for you. I will be doing a blog post which I will link below if you want a more quick update. And there might be some things that I've missed out on here that I'll remember when I'm writing it down, so should go check that out as well. Like I said, I will be doing another video on things you can do and say to help someone you know with anxiety. So for anyone watching this who has anxiety, I really just want to say to you, things do get better. You're not alone in what you're feeling, and if you want to reach out to me, you can always leave me a comment below, or I will leave my email address down below if you want to do it more privately, and I am happy to respond to any emails that I get. If you've got any questions, you can leave them for me. If you've got any sort of anxiety related video suggestions, again, you can leave them down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!